going on? We'll do a little vlog here. I know my corner's a mess, so don't mind that, but we're gonna go over here and take a look at the old collection. Did this a while ago, but it was before I got this shelf a little bit more organized now. Actually, the shelves aren't organized. The only organization I have is like slip covers and then the regular Blu-rays, but other than that, they're all out of order. They used to be alphabetized, whatever it's called, alphabetized. But I've been grabbing them and putting them back in so much that I'm lazy with it. When I'm done watching something, I'll just slap it back on the shelf. I won't really even pay attention. So they're all out of order now, for the most part. Some of them are still in order, but I wanted to do a little bit of a collection update. Down there isn't Blu-rays, but it's my humble Blu-ray collection. It's not huge compared to a lot of people on YouTube. Move this out of the way. But it's still a little bit of a collection. I've been in and out of the hobby for a couple of years, and I always get back into it. So if I stayed in it constantly, it would be bigger, but I'm pretty happy with my collection. Right now, I pretty much just own my favorite movies. There's a couple in here that I don't like, but for the most part, it's just my favorite movies. I plan on getting a lot more into it, like with collecting Scream Factory and Arrow Video and Severin and all them, but it's an expensive hobby, so it's a slow growth, it's a slow burn, but one day I'll be as big as some of the other YouTubers as far as collection goes, I hope. I'll probably have a horror room at some point in my life. But I'm just going to go through shelf by shelf. I don't know if I'll pull out each individual one, but just kind of an overview of my collection, just a little update. So up here is the box sets. Besides that, that's just a Halloween 2 figure that I got. Pretty cool. But this is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. This is the DVD. I didn't get the Blu-ray one. I got this for Christmas actually, but I opened it, but I kept the plastic on it just because I like this thing and it'll fall off if I take off the plastic. But it's just a collection that probably almost everybody has. I got this really cool Tremors collection from Walmart. I seen that at Walmart and I was flabbergasted that Walmart had something like that, so I definitely picked it up. I love a lot of these movies. The first one is one of my favorites, and then I love 2 and 3. 4 is good. I mean, I like a lot of the sequels. And it comes with the TV series, which I didn't know existed until I found that at Walmart. So that was really cool. I haven't watched it yet, but definitely a box set that I had to have. It's also DVD, so not really part of the Blu-ray collection. But then I have the Essential Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set. Probably the greatest box set, and probably my favorite box set of all time that I own for sure. The Critters collection. I haven't watched all of these movies, just the first one actually. The Omen, I've watched all those. I enjoy that series pretty much. And then obviously Halloween. I was lucky enough to find this one on eBay. It's my prized possession. I think Friday the 13th is probably my favorite box set, but Halloween's my favorite franchise. So this was definitely a necessity when I got into collecting. But love that box set. And it's still, both of these are still how I watch the movies. Actually, all these box sets, but I have not upgraded to 4K at all on the Halloween franchise. I will eventually, probably, but as of right now, this is still the way that I watch all of those movies. This is the first shelf, which has my steel books and some slip covers, and then like the bigger stuff, like these collections, I guess they're slip covers, but like the Creepshow, kind of like chunky box, I guess you would call it. I didn't know where else to put them, so I put them before the steelbooks. But I got this Jurassic World collection that came out right before Dominion. I wanted to catch up with them before I went to see Dominion, and unfortunately Dominion sucked. But I'd actually just now went and seen Rebirth, and I really liked Rebirth. But I got a couple of these collections: Mummy, Wolfman. I really enjoy Wolfman. I think that's my favorite out of the Universal monsters. I have a few of them on DVD. I have Frankenstein and Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I also have a lot of DVDs. I might do another separate video about them, but they're kind of stacked away in different places. But I love this Creepshow chunky box. I guess I'll show my steelbooks. I got Ferris Bueller's Day Off, one of my favorite movies of all time. This is one that I could watch over and over again. The Firefly Collection, I got this last year, I think around October. They had it at Walmart, and I never seen House of a Thousand Corpses, so I bought it for that. And then it has the other two, Three from Hell and The Devil's Rejects. I haven't watched Three from Hell yet. I heard it sucked, but I watched Devil's Rejects. It was a little bit too much for me. I don't really like that far of a, I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's just really graphic. But House of a Thousand Corpses was pretty good. I liked it. It was kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A little bit. Yep, our arm's already getting tired. Killer Clowns from Outer Space steelbook. That's a really cool, one of my favorite steelbooks I have. My Bloody Valentine. The only reason I have this on steelbook is because it's the only way I could find the movie, and I needed to watch it for a review. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one of the greatest horror movies of all time. My most recent pickup, Return of the Living Dead. Probably the best horror comedy of all time. See here, Alien Romulus. Got a couple cool ones. The Craft, one of the coolest covers that Scream Factory did. There's one that I haven't watched yet, Earth Girls Are Easy. I got this a long time ago. I still haven't watched it. The Dennis Collection. These movies are fun. And as you can see, they're definitely out of order. I have Halloween Kills. Actually, no, Halloween Kills is in the regular Blu-rays. I don't have a slipcover for it. But, let's see, Get Out, I haven't watched it yet, surprisingly. That's like one of the modern classics that I still need to watch. John Wick 3. I have John Wick 2, but it's in regular Blu-rays, you'll see. Man, this movie sucked. I blind bought this, which was a huge mistake. I don't know why I did. I was just in the mood for it, and I hated that movie. That movie sucked. It was freaking boring. Misery, one of the coolest covers, I think, that Scream Factory did. And one of the best Stephen King movies. Nope was another blind buy, but I didn't hate it as much. I thought it was okay. Pearl, one of the best slashers of the past few years. Here's the second shelf, more slipcovers. My one and only Criterion collection. Night of the Living Dead. I got this on the sale actually recently at Barnes & Noble. I seen that, and I didn't know Criterion Collection did Night of the Living Dead. I saw it, and it was like instant buy. Probably my favorite 60s movie, one of my favorite zombie movies, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love Night of the Living Dead. And for those of you that don't like old movies, like, this is the one old movie that doesn't feel like an old movie. It is genuinely just a good horror movie. I recommend that to anybody. Pet Sematary, one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. Competition for my favorite. Pet Sematary 2 is fun. Pet Sematary remake sucked. I blind bought this, sort of, like, well, yeah, I guess it would be blind buy. I didn't see it before I bought it. But it was early on in my collecting phase, so I just wanted to own everything I watched. So I bought it, and I hated it. Poltergeist, one of my favorite ghost movies. Psycho, one of the best Hitchcocks. Scream. Shining, one of my favorite. Another one in competition for my favorite Stephen King. Just give you a little pan here. Underrated. The Amityville Horror. I love this movie. Everybody hates it. They say it's slow, it's boring. I freaking love the Amityville Horror. Got some alien movies. Black Phone was another blind buy, but I ended up liking it pretty good. It was alright. Saw Collection. Motel Hell. I just need to actually sit down and watch this. I've literally popped this thing in like 4 times, and every time I never finish it. It's not that it's bad. Every time I've watched it, I thought it was pretty funny, but I just need to sit down and watch it from cover to cover, as they say. Leprechaun Collection. This is one of the first physical media things I ever bought. It was because at the time I was really into Dead Meat, and I think he was reviewing this series at the time. And I just seen it at Walmart and bought it. I still have only seen the first one. And this is kind of like a sore eye on my thing. I was like, eventually I'm going to watch these movies, but it's kind of like, from what I've heard, I don't know. I'm just not interested. This isn't really a horror movie. Not a horror movie at all. It's a Woodstock thing. Alright, just get in there. I don't care where you go. All right, coming down here, as you can see, I got random movies stacked. This is I got this yesterday, actually. I love this Nosferatu movie. Probably my favorite Nosferatu movie. Wrong Turn remake. Haven't watched it yet. Return of the Living Dead. I watched that recently, and I just threw it up here. But love that movie. Let's see here. What's some notable ones on here? Vertigo. Great Hitchcock. I'm a big Hitchcock fan. Look at this 2-pack. Children of the Corn 5 and 6. I love the Children of the Corn movies. I'm probably going to do another ranking. I did a ranking a while ago, but I need to rewatch all these movies. But I think these double packs crack me up. These random movies. But if you haven't, like, I don't know, if you like cornfield-based horror, like, you got to watch the Children of the Corn movies. I love them. I get in the mood for them, like, almost every year. Let's see. Stir of Echoes, underrated Kevin Bacon movie. Army of Darkness, one of the best. American Werewolf in London, probably my favorite werewolf movie, maybe. There's that John Wick 2 I was talking about. Arachnophobia, a little bit too long, but pretty cool, like a little small town spider horror movie. Salem's Lot, one of my favorites. Like, I love a lot of Stephen King movies. Probably one of the greatest vampire movies of all time. Let's see here. There's my Halloween 2018. The Fog. Oh my, I love this movie. John Carpenter's The Fog is so underrated. I actually, hot take, I like it more than The Thing. I love The Thing, but I love The Fog so much I like it more than The Thing. It's my second favorite John Carpenter. First, going to, of course, Escape from New York. It's a little John Carpenter shrine, I guess. Christine, one of his best. I love Christine. It's kind of a throwaway movie to him. It's like he just did it for the money, but I honestly think it's one of his best movies. Big Trouble in Little China. I didn't get it as much as other people, but it's still really fun. This is a little Scream Factory section, I guess, by accident, maybe. They Live. Really good John Carpenter. The Howling. I don't remember this movie a whole lot, but it's a lot of people's favorite. I know it's Planet CHH's favorite werewolf movie, so I need to rewatch it. Sleepaway Camp, really fun. Camp slasher. Camp slashers it's one of my favorite sub-genres. Let's see here. Night of the Creeps. I need to rewatch that, but I remember liking it. Pumpkinhead, one of my favorite movies to watch in the fall time. It's probably a yearly watch for me. Conjuring 3, another blind buy. Sucked. I was getting into collecting right when this was coming out or something like that. I don't know. It was early on anyway. Maybe I was getting back into collecting and that came out. Yeah, it sucked. Creepshow 2, classic. Love Creepshow 2. Arguably better than Creepshow 1, honestly. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, another fall time watch for me. Underrated. Definitely check it out. Trick or Treat, must have. The Mask. There's something weird about this Blu-ray. It's like, here, let me open it. I was wondering if it was fishy. Look, it's like see-through. I think I got this at Target. It was like really cheap. And I was like, okay, I'll grab Jim Carrey The Mask for I think it was like $5. But I found out why it was only $5. I got home and watched it and I had to literally max out my volume to hear it. And it was still kind of quiet. It's weird. First Blood, one of the greatest action movies of all time. Point Break remake, haven't watched it. I've had this forever. Still haven't watched it. I love the original so much, I kind of don't want to watch it. Wrong Turn 5, heard that sucked. Big Jake, I get into Western phases now and then. Alright, last shelf. I got some up here. Got Indiana Jones. This 4-film shark collection that I bought a couple summers ago. Never watched all of them. Another John Wayne. Another Rob Zombie movie that I couldn't finish. Psycho 2, great slasher. I'll take these down so I can kind of flip through these a little bit. North by Northwestern stuff. That's a Hitchcock that I haven't watched yet, but I need to watch it. Reservoir Dogs. I think, honestly, Quentin Tarantino's best movie. If I'm being honest. A couple Spider-Man movies for nostalgia. Killer Clowns. I guess I need to get rid of this. I got the Steelbook now. First Blood Part 2. Everybody hates this movie, but I like it because of nostalgia. This is the one I grew up on. I didn't watch First Blood until much later in life. But I grew up watching this as a kid. I love that movie. There's a couple Rockies. Another John Wayne movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. One of my favorite comedies of all time. A couple Westerns. Paranormal Activity. Dumb and Dumber. One of the best comedies, obviously. Jaws, classic. Jeepers Creepers, one of my, probably, I guess I should say it now, probably, it's, Jeepers Creepers is my favorite monster movie, honestly. It is just amazing. Oh yeah, this is the only way I can watch 2 on Blu-ray, I think. Unless I want to put out Arm and a Leg to get that Scream Factory Blu-ray, which I probably will someday because I love these 2 movies. Duel, probably my favorite Steven Spielberg movie. Oh, that's probably a hot take, but I freaking love this movie. It's his first film too, and the star of the movie is from my hometown. Haunt, underrated Halloween movie. Definitely go check out Haunt. Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I love this remake. One of my favorite remakes. High Noon. If you want to ever get into westerns, watch High Noon first. That's a great one to start with. Here's a weird one. Invasion of the Blood Farmers. It's a weird movie. It's one of them Severin releases. But yeah, that is my Blu-ray collection as of now. Those are my prized possessions right there. Just wanted to do a little vlog here, showing it off a little bit. Something I can watch in the future whenever it grows by 5,000 times. But yeah, so I have like DVDs. A lot of them in there. And there's like DVDs stacked behind those DVDs and then behind those DVDs too. I have a couple laying around here. And actually, I think I have some Blu-rays here. Got, if you've seen on the shore, I got Edge of Tomorrow, Black Bag, Nosferatu. That other Nosferatu that I showed earlier was the other one that I got yesterday. But yeah, that is the collection. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. And subscribe if you love talking about movies.